and sold to the trade. Shell market price still holding firm at 52 cents for jumbo runners, 51 for mediums, and 50 cents a pound for splits. The average price for the PLC payment appears to be now about $386 a ton. So overall, this week they're showing that the contracts are still about $425 a ton for high oleic. On the flex contract, it stayed the same. That flex contract now equals to $425.63 per ton.
The region's peanut crop is well on its way, and growers know pegging time is critical in the crop's development. To Senator Curley's regional representative Ed Lowndes travels the southeast region more than anybody we know, and he says TKI's Crop Vitality product line has what it takes to maximize quantity and quality of your peanut crop at harvest time.
At pegging time, ask for CATS, calcium thiosulfate, 0.006% calcium, 10% sulfur, the most soluble form of calcium you can apply for your peanuts during pegging time.
A crop nutrient expert here in the deep southeast for many years, TKI's Lowndes offers some specific reasons peanut growers should consider CATS and other TKI Crop Vitality products for lasting impact all season long.
Gives you quality peanuts, early maturity, helps fill the peanut pods, helps eliminate pops and sheds at harvest.
And Lowndes adds, it's simple to learn more. Just contact your supplier and
ask for it by name. CATS, TKI Crop Vitality Products.
I'm Tyron Spearman for Southeast AgNet.
On this episode of What Not to Do, brought to you by
Mike Scott Plumbing. If water runs through it, we do it.
I love vacations, but it's good to come home.
Is the pool overflowing?
We don't have a pool, and even if we did, it wouldn't be on the second floor.
Oh.
I told you before we left to turn off the water main.
I thought you said take down the weather vane.
We don't have one of those either.
Yeah, I was wondering why you said that. It does make more sense now.
Okay, genius, don't just stand there. Cut the main water off.
Okay, I'll go get the chainsaw.
Wait, what? No! What do we do when there's a plumbing issue?
Oh, I got this one. I'll be right back.
I said no chainsaw. Shut the water off and call Mike Scott Plumbing.
Of course, I definitely was not going for the blowtorch.
Uh-huh. The number should be etched in your memory, but just in case, 866-314-4443.
Okay, got it. 866-314-4443. On next week's episode of What Not to Do.
Really? A mariachi band?
Ocala's information station, 1370 WOCA.
Ocala! All right, 5 minutes after 11 o'clock. It's Friday. We got something fun we want to share with you. Right now, first, before we do anything, it's, let me tell you what the temperature is. It's so important to know the temperature.
Oh, yeah.
It's 80. Where's your microphone?
Oh, let me move the camera.
87 degrees. Okay, you're going to move the camera? All right, hold on. And so right now, the segment we're going to do is called Hidden Florida. And you are going to love this segment. I believe and trust that if you take notes or whatever you do to remember, like when we say stuff that you say, gosh, I got to remember that. Hopefully it's useful stuff that we delivered to you by way of the airwaves. Right now, there's plenty of UFOs in the sky. Oh, there we go. Okay, Robin. All right, so to the topic right now, Hidden Florida, and by the way, there's a 50% chance, and I didn't finish telling you that. It went up from 20 to 50, and the weekend, real quick, 20% chance tomorrow, and a 20% Sunday. Okay? So there we go. You looking to see if it looks good? Does that look all right? Okay. The picture looks good. All right. Wait till I tell you this Hidden Florida stuff. Okay. You're going to love this. Now, Wakey Watchy is on the list. I won't tell you about it because you know about it. Mm-hmm. The Coral Castle down in South Florida is on the list. You know about it, so I'm not going to tell you about it. If you've heard Robin and I talk about these things before, you know. One of the things on the list is Splendid China. Now, Splendid China has been closed for years, and I'm not so sure I'm reading this exactly right. It's closed, and let me just read you a little bit about Splendid China. For those of you who don't know what it is, it was an attraction near Disney World, mm-hmm. and it was basically owned by China.
Yep.
And the employees there were from China. And some of the employees claimed asylum, and they did. They left the park, and mm-hmm. they claimed asylum. They wanted to become Americans, mm-hmm. and so the dancers and jugglers and acrobats that were originally from China mm-hmm. now live among us because they escaped China by coming. Isn't that interesting?
Very interesting history.
And then they had to hire local American Chinese people who wouldn't want to escape because they're Americans.
Yeah,
So
they're already citizens.
So the park has closed down. It's not open anymore, but they had a miniature Great Wall of China. They had a miniature,
the Hidden City.
The Hidden City, the Kata Warriors, the Terracotta Warriors,
Yeah.
the Lashan Buddha, and I'm just reading these things because I couldn't remember what they were all called. But anyway, and those things are apparently still there, and they look like ruins. Like if you were to go there, all the grass is growing really tall, but some of those things are still in place, and I don't know if it's legal to walk in there. But anyway, just thought I would mention that one.
Trespassing, because
that's what I would think.
must
But
be
I guess
owned
if it
by-
was owned by China, the Chinese people are probably not guarding it.
right.
So, and you mentioned earlier, there's probably a lot of graffiti and vandalism and stuff like that. But anyway, that's one of them. So I'm not recommending you go there. I'm just telling you about it.
Yeah.
All right, other hidden Florida. You ready for this?
Yes.
The Seacrest Wolf Preserve. Have you heard of the Seacrest Wolf
No,
Preserve?
I have not.
This is a giant 400-acre preserve in North Florida for displaced wolves.
Really?
Yes.
I have not heard of this before.
A nonprofit founded by a husband and a wife in 1999, the Seacrest Wolf Preserve is the only such preserve in the southeastern United States. It's in Chipley, Florida. Chipley, up in the Panhandle, right? Up out in the Big Bend area, right?
Is it full-blooded wolves, or like if somebody has a 3/4 wolf or something and they want to take
know.
it up there?
Interesting question.
Yeah.
All right,
That's
the
something.
dry tortugas are on the list of hidden Florida. Now, probably most of you know about the dry tortugas, and
I've never been. I would love
I've never been either. And I think there's only two ways to get there, unless you're a good swimmer:
Exactly.
boat or plane.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah, because we had looked up one of those boat trips
Yeah.
when we were going to talk about stuff.
But the
around
thing is
Florida.
this, you can swim in the fort, and this is, okay, I'm going to go there just to tell you more, because now that we're talking about it. If you go down as far as you can go in Florida, which is the Keys, you go to Key West. Key West is very far west, as you know, the islands, the Keys kind of curve to the west. And then you get into the water and keep heading west. You will come to these islands called the Dry Tortugas. Why they're called dry is because there's no freshwater supply on them.
Oh.
They're not literally dry. In fact, there's lots and lots of water, but it's all salt water.
Oh, now I never knew the reason they were called the dry tortugas. I love this.
Yes, that's
Great.
exactly why.
Freshwater supply, bring your own.
Ponce de Leon stumbled upon this stretch of islands in 1513, back when they were nothing more than a cluster of coral inhabited by sea turtles. He named the islands Las Tortugas, meaning the turtles, which is where the name comes from. But it's dry because there's no fresh water, so it's the dry Tortugas.
Oh, okay.
Tortugas meaning
That's
turtles.
pretty cool.
How about that? If you're Spanish, you already knew that, didn't you?
Yeah.
After Ponce de Leon's discovery, the dry Tortugas became a fixture on Spanish ship maps for merchant and explorers going to and from the Gulf Coast. And they are 70 miles, by the way, 70 miles from Key West.
Well, another 20 and you're in Cuba.
No, you're heading west. You're not heading south.
Oh, heading west. Okay,
Yeah.
there you go. Sorry about that.
You're not heading
Now I
south.
got
You're
it.
heading west.
Well, good. I'm glad. Is that where the Bermuda Triangle is? I don't know.
Yeah, well, no, the Bermuda.
I just wanna
The three
go.
corners of the Bermuda Triangle are Miami, Bermuda, of course.
Yes.
Oh gosh,
No, so the dry Tortugas isn't included in there.
no.
okay,
That's
good.
too far west.
Good. I like that.
I can't remember what the easternmost part is of the triangle. But anyway, okay. So here's another one. Vortex Spring. Have you heard of Vortex Spring?
No. Sounds dangerous, though. Vortex. Like, they'll suck you in like a black hole.
Right. Freshwater and Florida isn't always a combination that conjures good feelings among the locals. More often than not, Floridians identify freshwater with swampland, mosquitoes, snakes, and alligators. I don't. I equate it with the Rainbow River, the Silver River, the
Yep.
Juniper Springs. Vortex Spring is an exception. Steadily fed by the cool water of an underground river, the spring is a refreshing oasis in the middle of Florida Panhandle. There you
Oh,
go.
now that sounds like fun to go to.
So if you're a scuba diver, yes. If you're just you and me, it's a swimming place.
And speaking of critters, I guess the capybaras are like overrunning Florida now.
I saw
according
that.
to the article.
You posted that on Facebook, right?
I just thought it was funny. The capybaras are overrunning Florida.
That story this morning about Ernest Hemingway's antlers or something.
Oh yeah,
not his, but
the antlers in his place.
Right, that were taken by Hunter Thompson.
Yes,
when he was a young journalist. That was interesting, wasn't it?
Very interesting article. Sure, very interesting.
All right, the next place is Ernest Hemingway's Home and Museum. That's in Key West. I don't need to tell you more about that. Of course, Spook Hill down in Lake Wales. That's kind of a nothing thing.
Yeah, but it's cool, especially if you have children.
Yeah,
you go there and you sit in the car, and all of a sudden your car is moving.
In Key Largo, they have an underwater hotel. Now, did you know about this already?
Yes, I would always like to go there.
It's an underwater hotel. You are literally sleeping and just vacationing underwater.
Yeah.
And how do you get there?
No. Do you scuba dive to it? I mean, I'm not sure how or is there like an elevator to the surface? Or
no, there's no elevator. At Jules Undersea Lodge, named after Jules Verne, you have to put on a scuba suit just to get to your bedroom, which is located at the bottom of the sea. For those whose minds immediately jump to any number of films featuring nightmarish underwater hellscapes while trapped thousands of feet below the surface, not to worry. Jules's is only 2 fathoms down. How deep is 2 fathoms?
What is that? Is that 20 feet? Is 20 feet a fathom or something like that? Thank
goodness for Google.
Yeah, exactly.
How deep is 2 fathoms? Okay, I'm going to look it up real quick. How deep is 2 fathoms? It is 6... Wait. A fathom is a unit of measure equal to 6 feet. So it's
6 feet.
12 feet under.
So just 12 feet under.
You don't need scuba gear. I can swim down 12 feet.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, well, cool.
That's pretty neat. Well, I mean, you have to have just one pair of clothing in your scuba gear. Then
do you know where this is?
You can't bring a valise or anything.
This is Key Largo near John Pennekamp Coral Reef State Park.
Oh, how cool is that? I don't think that was there when I took the kids in 1986.
Oh, gosh. Okay, we're not done, right?
Oh,
okay, no,
we're not done.
When we come back, in St. Augustine, there's something called the St. Augustine Airplane Graveyard. I'll tell you what's there. Ooh. And then there's Robert the Doll. Now, that's a spooky. I'll tell you about that when we come back. We've got more Hidden Florida on the other side of the break.
Weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. Partly sunny today with a thunderstorm in the area, especially inland this afternoon. A high of 91 to 93. Partly cloudy tonight, a low of 72 to 75. Partly sunny, another inland thunderstorm tomorrow afternoon. High of 91 to 94. An afternoon thunderstorm Sunday, otherwise partly sunny. High 91 to 94. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Maggie Johnson.
There are only a few things in life that you can be certain will always be around: death, taxes, the pursuit of happiness, and computers. As they continue to advance at an epic pace, the one absolute certainty about them is that they'll break. It's not an if, it's a when. And when it happens, bring it to the only company in Ocala that's certified in Apple and Microsoft, Ocala Mac and PC Repair. They even offer on-site computer repair service, so they come to you. And if you do drop it off, you can check your repair status online. Ocala Mac and PC Repair is a family-owned and operated company that can do everything from mobile repair to wireless networks, fixing viruses, data recovery, even building and installing new systems. Visit online at ocalamacpc.com. In person, 1713 East Silver Springs Boulevard, or give them a call, 352-566-8324. That's 352-566-8324. Ocala Mac and PC Repair.
Yeah, I'm that drip coming down from the corner of the room. But where did I come from? I'll never tell.
Bone Dry Roofing can and will fix it right the first time using quality materials and will deal honestly and fairly with you, period. You can find Bone Dry Roofing on their website, bonedryroofingllc.com, and Facebook at Bone Dry Roofing LLC. Do it right before your roof needs a tarp to keep the elements out. Bone Dry Roofing stands behind their work to help make your home safe and secure, plus they have financing available. Remember, if you're not bone dry, then you're all wet.
Hi, I'm Don Browning, candidate for Marion County Commission, District 3. As a successful Republican businessman, I want to use my experience to reform government and to bring common sense to the County Commission. I cannot do it without your help. Together, we can bring back the principles our country was founded on. Vote for Don Browning on August 30th to put government back into the control of we the people.
Paid for by the Don Browning, candidate for County Commissioner, District 3 Campaign Fund.
Here's what you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
When we start dating somebody, we subconsciously begin to take on each other's personality traits. It's a subconscious way of becoming more compatible. Our decision to pay with cash or credit can influence everything from the way food tastes to how much we enjoy a movie, for example. Overweight people who slowed down when eating, took in far fewer calories, felt full sooner, and lost a lot of weight.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
18 minutes after 11 o'clock. Okay, so John Tesh just said overweight people who slow down when they're eating will lose weight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so next time I go through the drive-thru
Mm-hmm.
and I'm eating,
Yeah.
rather than driving 55, I'll drive 45, and I should be able to lose weight while I'm eating that Big Mac,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
He said if you slow down while you're eating,
Yeah.
that's what that. My joke.
And will I lose weight too if I'm the passenger?
Absolutely.
There you go.
I don't see why not.
Got to try it out.
All right, so the Plain Graveyard in St. Augustine is not there anymore. It said update 6 months ago. The owner cut the planes into segments and hauled them off to be sold as scrap metal. So skip that one. Let's see if Robert the Doll is still around.
Okay.
This is a legendary evil doll. It has been haunting the citizens of Key West for over 100 years.
Okay.
Robert Eugene Otto, or Gene as his family called him, was just a young boy in the early 1900s when his family's maid gave him a strange doll to play with. The doll is stuffed with straw. Gene loved his life-sized doll and brought it along everywhere, even naming it Robert after himself. It wasn't long, however, before people began noticing signs of Robert the Doll's evil and mischievous nature. As rumor has it, the Ottos and their servants would often hear Gene in his bedroom having conversations with himself in two entirely different voices. Furthermore, the Ottos would wake up in the middle of the night to Gene's screaming, only to find the frightened boy in bed surrounded by overturned furniture. Gene would blame Robert the doll for messing up the bedroom, while Robert would glare at Gene from the foot of the bed.
Oh, scary.
Soon afterward, mutilated toys and mysterious happenings would appear in the home, only to have Gene proclaim each time Robert did it. Though the Ottos didn't quite believe Gene, it was reported that they could hear the eerie sound of Robert giggling around the house, and passers-by even claimed to see a small doll moving from window to window.
Oh, no, that's freaky.
Robert was eventually moved to the attic, where he remained for a number of years. Gene inherited his family's Key West mansion after his parents passed away, at which time Robert the doll returned to his old bedroom, Gene's turret room on the second floor. By then, Gene had been working as an artist, and local folklore insists that Gene would spend his days alone in his mansion, painting with his old friend Robert.
Now that's spooky.
Gene eventually married, and many tales of his wife's disdain for Robert arose. Conflicting rumors surfaced, some alleging that Gene's wife died from insanity after locking Robert in the attic, while others report that Gene died with Robert by his side. Today, Gene's residence operates as a bed and breakfast called the Artist House, and visitors can even stay in the old turret bedroom. Robert the Doll now lives at the Fort East Martello Museum in Key West, where some believe his hair color and his soul are slowly fading. Visitors beware, though, as Robert's current favorite mischievous act involves casting curses on those who take his photo without asking permission. To date, the walls near his glass case are covered in numerous letters from previous visitors and naysayers begging for Robert's forgiveness and asking to remove any hex he has cast. Whoa.
Now that is
If you go see Robert the Doll in Key West, do not take his picture unless you ask permission.
Wow.
I don't know how you're going to hear him say it's okay.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, how does that work? Dear Robert, May I please take?
All right, here's another hidden Florida.
How come the parents didn't burn them or something in the very beginning?
Are you kidding?
You know
what would have happened to them? Their eyes would have fallen out or something.
Okay.
All right, Discovery Island. Remember Discovery Island? It was a Disney property.
Yes, I do.
And it was basically an animal preserve. I went there with Alex when he was little.
Yep, you did.
It is closed and has deteriorated. The island was originally opened as a treasure island before being renamed Discovery Island. And if you go out on one of those boats, you're allowed to get off the boat and walk the island if you want. There's nothing really there, but you can walk on the island and.
Oh, like a rental boat or something that you take?
I guess. So one of those boats that one of those little putt-putt boats with the motor on them.
Oh, yeah.
All right, another...
Robert the Doll. I'm thinking about that.
Another hidden Florida thing I want to tell you about. The World Erotic Art Museum is in Miami Beach.
Of course.
12,000 square feet of erotica.
Yes.
Don't need to tell you anymore, do I?
Day trip.
And then, of course, not too far from here is Casadega in Lake Helen. Yeah, this is where spiritualists and mediums decide they want to live, and you can get your fortune told. Although the fortune tellers will not tell you if somebody's breaking into your car while you're getting your fortune told.
I know. Good morning, Carol. How are you?
Good.
Carol Leslie.
Carol. I didn't know who you were talking to. All right. Key West is also next on the list with another. It's the Pirate Soul Museum.
Oh.
Where it is believed that the souls of many pirates that were not allowed into heaven and cast out of hell decided they had no place to go but Key West.
Of course.
So they live in the Pirate Soul Museum.
Well, why didn't they put Robert the Doll in the Pirates Hall Museum?
Really? They weren't good enough for heaven.
That's right.
Not bad enough for hell. So where do you go? Key West. You got to remember that, Robin.
Well, I know. I got to go see that one.
In Safety Harbor, Florida, there's a place called Whimsyland. Whimsyland. The home is decked out like a psychedelic explosion of colors and bowling balls.
Oh.
It sounds like that home in Cudahy, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Where the guy had lots of nutty stuff in his yard. Well, there's one here too. Okay.
Neighbors can't do anything about it.
And that's near the Tampa Clearwater area, somewhere down there. Safety Harbor, right?
Yep, Safety Harbor.
All right. Let's see. Another place. It's called Hidden Florida. Let's see. How about Stiltsville? Have you heard of Stiltsville?
No, I have not.
This is a community of collapsing homes more than a mile from the Florida coast. These are all people who decided they wanted to live on the ocean.
Oh, okay. There you go.
The state is one of the worst hit by the foreclosure crisis that was considered part of the recession of 2008-2009. The homes of Stiltsville date back long before those years. But these are all abandoned construction projects, and they are all homes that are on stilts.
Yeah. No, well, Cedar Key has homes on stilts, too, but...
Where?
Gosh, you know.
Oh,
Cedar
they're
Key.
not really stilts. I know.
Yeah.
But that's in case of a flood.
Water and
but this is just in the water, period.
Oh, in the water, period. Oh, okay.
The next hidden Florida item is up in Gainesville. It's called the Devil's Mill Hopper.
Oh, we've been there.
We have been there. This is a sinkhole. It's a national landmark, and it is very, very cool to go to. Keep in mind two things. A, you will be walking down and up. How many steps?
Like 280 steps,
okay.
Something like
that. A lot of steps.
Yeah.
So if you can't walk up steps, you don't want to go down them.
No.
The other thing that we discovered is you have to be very, very protected by insect repellent.
Yes.
Because while this is not true every day of the year, there are some times when the mosquitoes down at the bottom of Devil's Mill Hopper are horrible. It's like being in hell. There's so many mosquitoes, and you cannot run up those stairs quick enough to get away from them.
No, I mean, we've been down there when it was really nice and pleasant, and other times when it was like the place from hell.
Yeah, I never had so many mosquitoes on me in my life as I have there. In St. Augustine, there's the Fountain of Youth, of course. That's not really that hidden. And there's the Old Spanish Trail Zero Milestone in St. Augustine. Zero marks the spot where the old Spanish Trail ends.
Oh, okay.
Let's see, what else do we have here? The Skunk Ape Research Headquarters in Okeechobee.
Okay.
The Skunk Ape.
Isn't that another name for Bigfoot?
Another name for Bigfoot, yes.
Okay,
the skunk
right.
ape. They actually have their
Gosh.
research headquarters. Doug, if you're listening, one day we'll take you there because he's
in Okeechobee.
No, not Okeechobee. And what did I say it was? Okeechobee.
Okeechobee.
Which is down in South Florida somewhere.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. Doug loves Bigfoot.
Let's see. So, yeah, this is the skunk ape, the Bigfoot.
Wow. That would be kind of spooky, too.
Let's see. The Jack Kerouac House in Orlando. Jack Kerouac. I never know how to say his name.
Don't know who he is.
The humble final home where the famous beat author wrote one of his most famous works, a popular pilgrimage site for fans on the road.
Okay, now I am ashamed to say I've not heard of him, so I'll have to look him up, read some of his work.
In Jacksonville, they have the Treaty Oak Tree. The Treaty Oak Tree, the ancient octopus-like tree, was saved from destruction thanks to the shady reporting. Shady reporting. There are a number of so-called treaty oaks found around America, usually singled out as the location of an important agreement or truce. But the treaty oak in Jacksonville, Florida, is just called that so no one will tear it down. So you're going to go and look for a tree. That's not good.
Well, we looked for that tree that grew from the seeds from the moon mission.
The moon mission, yes. The tree that grew from the seeds that went to the moon.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Let's see. Do I have any more? Hidden Florida theme. The President John F. Kennedy bunker in West Palm Beach.
Mm-hmm.
Built in just a little over a week, this preserved bunker was created to protect the President of the United States while he was on vacation.
Oh, yeah.
How about that?
Yeah,
Go to JFK's bunker. Wow, just in case, I guess we were under attack.
Yeah, that is cool.
Come on, Mr. President, we need to protect you.
Yeah, put you and your family underground.
The Garden of Eden Trail, Appalachia Bluffs and Ravines Preserve in Bristol, Florida.
Oh.
It's been there since the 1950s. You are permitted to go as Adam and Eve did.
Really?
That's what it says.
Boy, I'd like to try that.
It looks like naked. It looks like you're naked in that place.
That would be fun.
Yeah, for
that
you.
would be, well, I'll bring bug spray, you know.
And one more. Florida's Volkswagen Graveyard is in Dade City.
Really?
The Volkswagen Graveyard.
Gosh.
Yeah.
I got to see that.
There's so many more. Now is when I tell you where I got this from, because there's so much more that I didn't tell you about.
Mm-hmm.
It's from atlasobscura.com, and it's not just Florida. They have every state in the union. atlasobscura.com. Go find out what other hidden Florida things there are, or hidden Wisconsin things, or hidden New York things. Atlas Obscura, OBSCURA.com.
Cool.
We'll take a little break, and we will be right back.
Fox News Radio, I'm Anna Wells. Another big change at the Trump campaign.
I'm told that this morning his campaign chairman, Paul Manafort, offered and Donald Trump accepted his resignation.
Fox's John Roberts. Last night, Trump had a more humble tone, saying he regrets some comments he's made while campaigning. Today, Trump is in southern Louisiana to tour flood damage.